Coming in to maybe scout here. Don't see much. Heading back again. And also it is important to control these Xel'Naga watchtowers because you need to have as much warning as you can get if an opponent is moving on one of your allies, just because of how far you have to be able to move to be able to support them. Zerg player still in this game a little bit, getting some banelings here, a few roaches, a few hydralisks. But if you look at my army, there's not much they're going to be able to do here. Siege tanks are going to be able to do a lot of damage to those few units. And here's the engagement moving in. Hydralisk's going to try to defend off these Mutalisks. Too many Mutalisks here though, as the siege tanks start to shell these roaches. And something I always like to talk a lot about is putting siege tanks on Xel'Naga watchtowers. Being able to see the maximum range to be able to fire makes them extremely strong positioning. Zerg player finally getting an expansion up, even getting some spore crawlers. He must have known those Mutalisks were out a little bit ahead of time. Getting the static defense up against those. Even a few Hydralisks. Expansion here is well defended. Not much of a threat. Not much of a foreseeable threat as this though. I think this was early planning, earlier in the replay, earlier in the cast, saw these spine crawlers going up. It was just in case we needed a defensive position to back up onto, in case we were not able to have a favorable push. Protoss player trying to get back into this game. Doesn't look like there's much they can do. Zerg player still trying to muster up as much of a force as he can get, but we see this still controlling the Xel'Naga watchtower here. It doesn't seem like they ever made any attempt to control these Xel'Naga watchtowers, and that is vital to know what the opponents are going. Some Mutalisk harass here. It doesn't look like they got very far. Must not be willing to take too much damage from these spore crawlers. As some more spore crawlers go down, the Hydralisks were not in position to defend those spore crawlers as they should have been, and able to get some damage into that hatchery, pull the army back. Zerglings coming in here, finishing off the red player. And now we know that there's not much our opponents can do at this point. Moving the siege tanks up. One thing I think I see a lot of Terran players do is not be as cautious as I think they should be with their siege tank placement and in advancing their siege tanks. So even though I can see as far out here as this using the watchtower, I start sieging way back here, because if they were here, I can't start sieging here and then move up. I'd have to start sieging here and then move up, because if I started sieging, say right here, my siege tanks wouldn't have been in siege mode before they would have been able to engage me. So able to engage, all my siege tanks were set up properly. Zerg player leaves the game. There's nothing they could do at this point. Protoss player had nothing. Zerg player had nothing at this point. And that's going to be this game. I hope you liked it. I really wanted to cast this game for the most part, just to be able to talk about the map layout a little bit, and I think that a lot of players don't realize, they don't change their playstyle based on the map. And I think if players were more aware of the dynamics of each map they were playing on, they would be a lot more successful. And I remember when we started playing, we would lose all the time on this map because we weren't sure how to navigate the map itself. So it's very important to know your surroundings, to know how to advance and position your army based on whatever map you're playing on. And I hope this helps. I hope this replay helps. So thank you for watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, comment if you like, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks a lot. Negative Space. We'll see you later.